Hey Virgo, welcome to your September 2020 message. This is Earth Child Tarot. For those of you who are new, welcome to this space. It's good to have you here for the first time. And for those of you who are returning, it's great to feel your energy again, and I really appreciate and love your support. So Virgo, let's go ahead and jump right in. This is going to be your general message for the month of September of this year. And happy birthday to those of you whose birthdays land in early September. So let's see. For Virgos. What's interesting, Virgo, is that this card came out in the reverse, and I normally don't keep reverses in the spread because my spirit guides end up telling me whether a card is reversed or is supposed to be read as a reverse. But we're going to clarify these cards. But with the Two of Swords in the reverse, that's Libra energy, so it's quite possible that during Libra season in this month of September, there might be some type of indecision happening here, and it may be connected to a lack of reciprocity within a situation, or a lack of teamwork, a lack of give and take, or an imbalance. Because I see Libra as balance. The bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups here. There may be something that you're disappointed about in the month of September, Virgo. We're gonna get into it in a moment, but we have the Hanged Man, so there is a shift in perspective here. There is definitely a shift in perspective, or a need for a shift in your perspective, seeing things a little bit more differently than you have in the past about someone or something. Could be that you may see someone differently. You may have thought that they meant you no harm, but it's quite possible that they did and still do. Because we have the Six of Pentacles here. So this is representing working together with someone or giving your heart to a community or to a person, but there being the want or the need to take care of someone, but that not necessarily going in your favor as you thought it would. Well, let's go ahead and look at your oracle messages. Yeah, it says the Solitary. You got the Solitary, and this is dedication, self-love, and focus. So again, there seems to be some type of situation of giving too much, Virgo, possibly. Some of you guys may be healers, and you just voluntarily just give yourselves. You just give and give. And this is for the month of September. So within this month of your season and Libra season, I think that there is going to be a shift. Some type of a shift in your mentality and in your heart in regards to how you give. I don't think that this is saying not to give at all. I just feel that this is warning you to be more wise about how you give. Okay, and it doesn't have to be just in the month of September. I mean, some of you could be taking a break from how much you're giving to someone or to a group of people, and then you may feel much more stronger after the month of September. Or you guys may be forever changed in the month of September and onward. Yeah, and we have the dragon. So there are those of you who are healers for sure. Supernatural. It says, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Like I said, that wisdom, being wise about how you give, and also maybe even being wise about what you take, how you receive as well. It says you are you can shapeshift at will. The Hanged Man is all about shape-shifting or shifting your perspective, changing how you go about accomplishing a task. And I feel that it's for some of you, it's much deeper than just giving to charity or being charitable to others. I feel that on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, in the darker planes of your existence, not in a bad way, but in the deepest parts of yourselves, maybe even in a past life or in multiple past lives, for those of you who believe in that, you may have been a healer for as long as your soul can remember. And it always bleeds into your life, your current life now. It has bled into that. And some of you have a certain decision to make, but that decision, you may be afraid that it's going to backfire. So we're going to go ahead and dive into your reading, Virgo, for the month of September. So we're going to see what this Two of Swords is here for. Why is the Two of Swords here in the reverse for Virgo? For Virgo. Okay. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands here. You have the Six of Cups here. So there's someone from your past, or there is a past life situation that again, there's a decision that you need to make about this person, or about maybe a group of people, of friends maybe. But some of you may be having a hard time making that decision this month. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which represents kind of day after day, night after night, working, practicing patience in a certain endeavor. This could be something from your childhood or something from your past that may revisit. And it's revisiting because now Cancer, Venus will be in Cancer in this month. It started on the 1st, I believe. So there may be a lot of emotional flow in regards to the people you love and the people that you cherish, or maybe even your childhood. And then we have the Five of Wands. Something about collaboration, working on a team, but again, understanding how to practice patience within that team effort. Just allowing, because the Two of Swords in the upright represents someone who they know the decision that they have to make, and they're allowing change to occur, and they just allow the Creator or the universe to bring the change that is needed for them to be pushed to in the right direction. But I get the sense here, Virgo, that some of you may be having a hard time with this change. Because this is definitely something very beautiful. It's something that you expect something good to come out of. But there may be some type of competitive energy that you guys are dealing with, and it may call for you to take a step back, or maybe a few steps back from the situation, so that you can gather yourselves. Yeah, some of you guys, this is definitely about something from your past or your past life that's being revisited. Could be from like a past project that you've been wanting to get off the ground. And you've just been maybe waiting for the right changes to come about, maybe. I'm going to clarify the Two of Swords one more time. Two of Swords, Reversals. There's a Two of Swords here. I'm just really curious about this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is something about work. Something about work, something about a team effort. We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So this is about, and we have the Two of Cups. So some of you guys may be dealing with a relationship that you may need to, again, kind of wise up a little bit about the relationship or about the connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be. Could be someone that you are romantically involved with, but you also work very well with. Some of you guys, because we have the King of Cups here that wanted to fall out. So the King of Cups coming out as Cancer energy, but it could also be Pisces or Scorpio. But there's something in regards to transformation, emotional transformation. If this is not a person, this is about healing something from the past. It's a lot of healing here for you, Virgo. Okay? Some of you guys may be dealing with a water sign or a Gemini. Others of you this is just your energy. Some of you guys may be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio somewhere in your chart, or maybe in your sun sign, in your star sign, and but you're identifying with Virgo in your chart right now as you watch this. But yeah, there seems to be something in regards to, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is talking about teamwork, it's talking about a project, it's talking about work for some of you. Could also represent something with your family. You venturing into some type of a project or some type of business endeavor for that, in order to bring financial independence to your household, or a better financial situation for your household. Because we have the Six of Cups again. It's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So Virgo, if this is in regards to a team effort, or it's involving a group of people that you're caring for, or that you have a lot of love for, or a significant other, there may be the need to really take a step back and really understand how you've immersed yourself into this task or this responsibility, and whether you have in some ways drained yourselves or lost sight of the goal, or have lost sight of yourselves in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Sorry guys, let me take a sip of my tea. There's definitely change here for you guys, Virgo. Accept it, embrace it. I don't see that as a huge change. If I saw the Tower card here, that would have been a different story, but I do see a need for balance here. And I think in your previous readings before, Virgo, it has very much made it pretty clear to you guys that you guys know what you're doing. You guys know what you're doing. It's just, I just think that sometimes you may lose sight of yourselves. You guys are very masterful in your work, but there is also a need to, but you guys are represented as the Hermit in the tarot. So this solitary energy, this you being on your own, it's okay to want to be independent and want to be the one to bring some type of prosperity into your lives, or into the lives of others, or even to the lives of your family. But there's also the need to take care of yourselves in the process. and not burn yourselves out. Some of you guys may have a tendency to burn the candle at both ends. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and look. Your reading's probably going to be pretty long, Virgo, but it's okay. But we have the Hanged Man here. Let's see what the Hanged Man is speaking to you guys about. Virgo, why is the Hanged Man here? All right, so the moon wanted to fall out. So this is Pisces, Cancer energy here. Again, it's that patience, that practicing of patience, that discipline. The practice of patience. The moon card in some way represents this, like this card here, the supernatural. There's some of you guys are very, very intuitive. You're very spiritual. Some of you guys practice magic, and some of you guys have the rite of passage in regards to the spirit realm or magic for some of you. And some people actually may underestimate you. For those of you who resonate with that, you may have people who underestimate you because they don't see you doing big things necessarily. Something that is flashy, but they're not paying attention to the how you manifest in silence. For some of you, some of you guys have a very keen sense of awareness. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands here. It's that hard work that I was talking about earlier. We have the Page of Cups, so this is Pisces energy, but it can also represent a Scorpio or Cancer. Some of you guys have a child, and it has shifted your perspective, and we recognize how much you need to change or shift how you put forth the effort in your lives, how you changing up how you work, bringing in a sense of patience and awareness into your work and into your endeavors. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is representing your security. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So I feel that this is your energy, Virgo. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fellow earth sign, a Capricorn or Taurus. But it can also represent another Virgo as well. But I get a shift in how you work. Some of you may have lost touch with your inner child, or have lost touch with your emotions in some way because you're all about this work or this responsibility. And it could involve a baby. Some of you guys may have a child, or you're expecting a child, and you may still have that mentality of, I have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have to do all these things. I have to prepare all these things. I have to have this much money. I have to have this set in place. And it's don't get caught up just solely into what you need to do or what you feel you have to do, Virgo. Understand that your emotional body can be really, it can really be neglected. You could be neglecting your emotional and spiritual body by stressing over the physical, the mundane, or the financial too much. Well, I wouldn't say too much, but I would say if that's all that you have immersed your mental body into, and your emotional body may need some assistance, it may need some nurturing here. Okay, and we'll read your oracle messages a little bit more thoroughly in the book, but I really do get the sense, Virgo, that I don't see you necessarily needing to take a break, but again, shifting how you work, not so much shifting into no work and all rest, but understanding how to incorporate rest and relaxation and self-love into that work cycle, if that makes sense. Okay, because I feel like you guys are very strong manifestors for sure, but there may be something else that needs to be nurtured, and I feel like it's the emotional body. Okay, So let's go ahead and see what the Six of Pentacles is speaking to you guys about in the month of September. Why is the Six of Pentacles here for Virgo for the month of September 2020? Why is the Six of Pentacles here for Virgo? That's your energy for sure, excuse me. We have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. That's Leo. Some of you guys are dealing with a Leo, or there could have been something that happened in Leo season for some of you. Okay. Maybe you gave to a charity or helped someone out in Leo season. Or some of you guys are Leos. It would make sense if there are those of you who are Leos with Virgo in your chart somewhere. We have the Five of Wands again. So it's that collaboration, but also competitive energy there. Some of you guys could be wanting to go to school. King of Pentacles again. I also see the King of Pentacles as an organization or a job situation. I don't just see it as a person. Some of you guys may be dealing with a fellow earth sign. But I also see, because even the Five of Wands, even though it represents competitive energy, combativeness, fights, arguments, it can also represent like an environment where you're just with healthy competition, kind of. Because competition can be healthy at times. There's something probably in regards to school, or you giving to an organization, or an organization giving to you in the month of September. We have the Moon card here again. So some of you guys may be a Pisces or a Cancer, or you're dealing with an individual with those aspects in their chart. But if this is a person, you may be dealing with someone who is very patient. They may be a teacher, and they may give you something to help you along your journey, whatever that journey may be. They may be older than you or within your age bracket. They could be a parent, but this is definitely someone, it could be a teacher for sure, or a mentor who is going to help you in this competitive, could be a competition, it could be an audition or something you auditioned for, or a job opportunity that you, a really good job opportunity where you are needing to prove yourself and discipline yourself in the process. Yeah, but for others of you, if this is not another person, if this is not someone external to you, this is your energy of practicing, again, that patience, sitting pretty. What you give out, you will get back. The Six of Pentacles I also see as reaping karma, good karma, most definitely. Yeah, it's definitely karma. What you guys have put out, the good that you put out, you will receive back. Does that mean that if all you do is good things, you will always receive good back? No, there will always be challenges. There will always be work that needs to be done to improve ourselves each and every day. But just understand the good that you're looking for, it's out there. And once you've put it out there, leave it out there, and it will come back to you. Okay? But I also sense with the Five of Wands here, there will always be someone to want to tear you down, or also understand, Virgo, there's always going to be someone who's going to do better, or someone who has better, but that doesn't mean that you're a failure in any way. Just like there's always going to be someone who is not doing as good as the next person, as you, right? Again, it's that balance. You can never really have it where everyone is doing great and or everyone is just doing terrible. It has to be a balance here. Okay, so don't get too caught up, Virgo, in trying to do all good and not failing and, being a perfectionist. It's okay to be imperfect, because we are built to be imperfect as human beings. We're perfectly imperfect. So don't get caught up in this perfectionism type of mentality, which again, I think it's that shift in really connecting with yourself and with those flaws and imperfections, and understanding that it's okay. It's okay to be imperfect, because that's just who we were meant to be as living beings, right? It makes sense. So now we have the Five of Swords here. So to me, this is the only negative card that you've gotten really in your reading, but we're gonna see if it's actually negative. We'll see. Why is the Five of Swords here for Virgo? Ooh. Why is the Five of Swords here for Virgo for the month of September? Why is the Five of Swords here for Virgo? We have the Knight of Wands here. The Strength card. You guys may be dealing with a fire sign. And then we have the Magician. Ooh, okay, so this bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups here. So this is showing me here, Virgo, that for some of you, there may be, some of you guys have a tendency to run away from competition, or you have a tendency to run away from things that seem too daunting or too intimidating. Because the Five of Swords is very intimidating. This is someone that you may be dealing with. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Leo or a Sag or an Aries, a fire sign, who they really manifest a lot. They are very, very strong. They're very passionate, but they can be very intimidating in their energy, or just too much in your face with how they manifest, or how they go about getting money, or they may be very flashy, you know, for some of you guys. Okay. I see a lot of flashy energy here, Virgo. And you guys may have a tendency to walk away from that, or feel like, oh, this is too much for me, you know? And that's okay. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, Virgo. There may be but just understand this. Don't be intimidated by this person. For those of you who are dealing with someone like this, who's just kind of in your face and they're not really giving you space, or, you know, but for others of you, Virgo, don't run away from competition. Don't run away from things that seem intimidating. I don't feel like there are those of you who don't run away from things that are intimidating in a certain sense, but in another sense you do. In another factor of your life you do. But Virgo, if you're wanting, some of you guys may be very intimidated to be this, again, that shift in perspective, or shapeshifter in your personality. Like I just see all these beautiful cards here. Some of you guys may be getting more in touch with your sexuality and being more open about it. I see that as well. You know, or understanding your sexuality and what you identify with. Some of you guys are actually stepping into that, and you're recognizing, some of you guys may have been stomped on or really bullied because of your sexual preference, or because of your sexuality, or how you've, when you've tried to step out of your comfort zone, you may have been bullied. And that may be something that you're changing in the month of September, Virgo. And that's a very beautiful thing to see. Don't step away from the flashy and the colorful. Don't step away from that, because that's very beautiful energy. But for others of you, this is for maybe one of you or a small portion of you, some of you guys may have this competitive energy, and it's something that you're used to, maybe in the way you speak to people, or when some of you guys may have a friend where you may not understand their point of view, so you may cut them off a lot of the time because you may not feel that they make sense. But everyone's their own person, Virgo, and it's okay to allow someone to share their thoughts, even if those thoughts may not mirror yours. Everyone is different. Everyone has something to contribute to this world, and you have to allow people the space to contribute, you know? As much as you may want people to give you space to do your thing. So again, that equal give and take, and shifting and becoming wise about how you go about your lives, and about your work, and about collaborating with other people. In order to collaborate in a healthy way, you have to open to a difference in opinion, a difference in style, a difference in how people navigate a conversation, if that makes sense. Okay. So take heed in the month of September. It's very important. All right, we have kind of gone over half an hour at this point, but let's go ahead and read the solitary just to get a clearer vision of what the universe is speaking to you guys about. So it says, within you go. When the solitary visits, you are about to go within, to withdraw and to retreat from the world for a time. This can be a response to an event from the outside, a trauma, sadness, or betrayal. And the withdrawing inwards, which appears to be depression, is actually a way of respecting the soul's shadow, investigating it, understanding it, and mastering it. This card indicates a time when you will go it alone, walk your own path, choosing to carve a way forward that you can be sure remains true to the deep self. There will be a time of learning away from the mainstream, and there may be times when you feel isolated and somewhat worried about how your new path will be perceived. It can also indicate that in a past life you suffered for your gifts and spirituality. You may have experienced a past life as a healer, seer, witch, wizard, or medicine man or woman, in which a new order decreed your power to be invalid and dark. This fear still pursues you when you connect with the power of your gift, resulting in fears surrounding intuition and your natural talents. By going within, we learn more about our soul. It is not a part of the journey that we necessarily look forward to, but it is a time of great development on the spiritual path and is imperative to growth. Before we can shine our light in the world, we must ignite our inner spark. This going inward is actually the sacred task of tending your own sacred flame and learning from it before turning to matters of the world again. This card can sometimes indicate that a person has undergone a literal near-death experience. So Virgo, that's very deep. Like I said, there's something in regards to the darker planes of your existence. Do not allow people to intimidate you and push you or shift you towards a much more cocooned way of living. During this time, yes, you need to be alone, you need to shift, and you need to transform. But once you come out of it, as you make sure that you're reflecting and not sitting in depression or sadness. Open yourself to learning. And open yourself to this beautiful, fiery energy. When you guys come out of that hermit phase, okay, this is your season. Make it count. This is your season. Take the time out to do your thing. But when you come out of it, be open to change. Be open to contributing to that change, no matter how intimidating that change is. Okay? All right, this video is already long enough. Much love and light to all of you, Virgo. Much success and change and newness. Stay safe and stay healthy always. Take care, you guys. Bye.